All right. So, JB, for this interview, there are going to be several domains that we want to go deep on. The first domain is around growth support. Do you provide any marketing support?
We do. So part of our pre-transition process with each advisor is going through obviously their book of business, but looking at where they've been and what's their successes been. Where are they seeing friction and potential frustration? Obviously, there's going to be some pain points that most advisors get to a point where they start exploring another affiliation option or looking at a different firm. So during that pre-transition process, we sit down within our team and our marketing support and look at, obviously what technologies they're using and integrations and where they're getting scale, or if they're not, that's where we start working through and introducing a lot of new ideas. Kind of sitting in my seat, it's neat to, as we've worked with a number of advisors over the years, and I, have been an advisor for a long time as well, is we have a pretty large think tank of things that people have tried that have worked and not worked. And that's been the evolution of our platform. I'd say, having started Titleist in 2003, I would say we're on our 4.0 platform in terms of the offering, support, technologies, et cetera. And we feel we've got one of the top tier overall platforms out there. And it's shown in the successes with our advisor growth in terms of their individual book of growth that I know we'll talk to, later in the interview.
Definitely. So, JB, when you think about the advisors who've joined your firm over the years, could you give an example of someone who's joined the firm and then experienced some growth after that affiliation?
Yeah, we've got quite a few. I would say, some of the largest percent growth of advisors have come from all different aspects, whether it's regional firms or a wirehouse or even a previous independent firm. We've had a couple in our Houston area that have been with us now for maybe 6-7 years who have grown their book 4 to 5 times now from where it was when they came over. And they weren't starting with a small amount of assets. It was, our wheelhouse of AUM per advisors is typically in that 75 million to 250 range. And so these were meaningful assets to begin with that they've grown in a lot of areas. So that a lot of that's been achieved by just working with them on efficiencies, not just the coaching aspect, because a lot of good advisors feel that they are at the top of their game already. And then when they come on board and talk with us, even before they come on board, they realize, I didn't know what I didn't know. And especially, on the marketing side, from the technology side, the scalability that we're able to provide them and show them how to use that has been really impactful for quite a few of our advisors.
Does Titleist provide access to M&A capital?
We can. We have the balance sheet to do so. One thing that we're proud of is we've never taken any private equity money. We have zero intentions of doing so. And if there's a situation where an advisor needs access to that, to acquire a book or to expand their business, we have the balance sheet to internally do that.
Excellent. And are there any succession opportunities inside your firm?
There are. So we have launched what we call our emerging advisor program. So up until about a year ago, all of our existing advisors had a book of business. They were self-sustaining. They just needed more resources and a better platform. What we're doing now is bringing in younger advisors very selectively, but the right ones to morph into that role of becoming a larger advisor that's going to have, 25, 30 years of runway left. And geographically, those are things we also look at that, really helps on the succession planning side of things. But we do have the chassis in place that we're building out and continuing to add to that program.